And what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, but you already know that. At least I hope you do. Welcome to the Grove. I have Sean with me on this live stream. Sean, say hello to everybody.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Ajay's just like, lol. How's it going, you guys? The markets are looking green. I am very happy. Every time Bitcoin pumps, every time my altcoin bags pump, it's the brightest smile on my face. Let's see who we got in here. Today, Core. How's it going, Core? Ajesh. Always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Michael B is in here as well. How's it going, Mike? Avi's in here. Bean Eater, how's it going? Blag. Shangu. Who else is in here? Am I missing people? Corey's in here. How's it going, Corey? Or there's one more Mike in here. How's it going, Mike? Oh, you can't see me because, I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna get on camera in a minute. How's it going, Easy? Hello to you too.
Do you know what I just found out?
What?
Yesterday?
What?
Sean Gu is actually, he picked his name as a tribute to Sean and Mango.
Oh, get the hell out. Really? Did
Yeah.
you really do that? Or is Sean making
did.
this up?
No, he did. He PM'd me and told me all about it.
Sean, can you confirm this? How's it going, Neil? There's crypto military as well. How's it going? Love the rockets. Yes, it's a bull run time. Are we ready? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cue the intro in 3, 2, 1.
You guys wonder why I love this girl. The love of my life.
How's it
Right
going, you
here.
guys? If I was not a technical analyst, I would have done some sound effects or something. I don't know. Multifaceted. Multiple hats. Oh,
You'd be working at Disney.
I would.
Voiceover for Disney.
I gotta fix this camera. My clasp is like just all over the place. But now I'm scared that you're gonna see my pajamas. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Work from home culture, guys. This is it. How's everyone doing? Corey, but the altcoin run is just about beginning. That's the thing, though. It really depends. You know, when you get your positions in. So Corey says, I used my small degen bag to go into shit coins and they all dumped on me. RIP. And this is where the risk management really comes to play, right? You can actually play the alts and not get shook out of your position if you got that risk management pat down, because that used to happen to me earlier on in the game when I first started trading. There's so much I learned, but risk management has to be, till this day, that risk management tool sheet that Sean created, Seedlings, you guys know it. It's like the holy grail. We were on the beach, Sean, recently. Oh, but by the way, guys, check it out. Sean and I just got back from the beach, okay? And here's a picture of us. Yeah, we got into all our altcoin positions, and yeah, we just left. We left, and luckily enough, while we were on the beach, all of our bags were pumping. We were looking amazing. Everything was green, and yeah, it was a great vacation. Sean, how'd you enjoy yourself?
Hey, don't you need to take my permission before putting up pictures of me? I can sue you. All your gains from all your trades shall be mine by the end of this year. I'm calling my lawyers. Can't put up my pictures like that without my permission. How dare you?
It's done. I have.
Oh,
I've
man.
already dared to do what I have done.
Guys, this
It's
was
done.
always the goal. When Krisha and I left Canada, this was always the goal, right? The reason we wanted to live this, the way we set up our trading style, everything, the community's philosophy on trading as well, was all about this. To be able to be away from your computer for a prolonged period of time and not have to stress about your positions. That's what the Mango Way brings to all of you. It's a different way of trading and enjoying your life at the same time and not becoming a slave to the screen. Because when we started this journey, the trading journey, the crypto journey, we quickly realized that, hey, we left the corporate world, but soon became a slave to a new world, the screen world, the charts. We didn't want to become a slave to the charts. We wanted the charts to liberate us, to free us, to enjoy the beach. And you guys have been watching us for years now, and you guys know that we put on trades on the 4-day time frame, the weekly time frame, and those trades have actually been the biggest winners that allow us to just leave for, like, we could leave for 6 months at a time, because all it takes is that one Bitcoin trade from 16K all the way to 42K, or that one Bitcoin trade that we took from $3,000 all the way to $13,000, or that one Bitcoin trade that we took from around 7K to 10K before the COVID dump.
Yeah.
So it takes one trade a year, guys, one big trade. And then you enjoy the rest of your year. Enjoy your time with your family. That's what Mango's about. It's about family. It's about smiles. It's about the beach.
Exactly. But I like your thing. Sometimes all it's going to take, guys, is that one big trade to really set up your portfolio. But just today, Sean, we were talking about how focus is so key. Like, you need to be focused to even capture that one big trade. And I feel like in market cycles, there are these various junctures where you need to focus because on average, now I discussed this in the Sprouts course, on average, bull runs last an average of 2 years, okay? An average of 2 years, not minimum, an average of 2 years. And if I'm being completely honest, like, Sean, looking at Bitcoin's chart, all of you, we're currently on Bitcoin's chart, looking at Bitcoin's chart, when did the bull run actually begin? When did the markup phase actually begin? Let me just clear everything else out. Sean, what are your thoughts? When did this bull run really begin?
Well, you guys who've been watching Mango for at least 1 year now, you guys know my thoughts on when I thought this trade got activated, the big bull run trade get activated. So we built our initial position at around 16K, but the trade for me got activated as soon as we reclaimed the weekly Tenkin. To me, that was it. Okay, that was it. It confirmed the move all the way to $42,000. So the way I read the charts through a simple trend analysis perspective, that's when it began.
All right, so based on what Sean is saying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn on the Ichimoku, clear out everything else. You said the Tenkin, correct?
Yeah, the weekly Tenkin. Because if you guys remember, we built a position in 3 steps, right? The first was the 4-day dynamic, the break of the ascending triangle, and the final position was the claim of the weekly Tenkin right out there, that big. Because that set up the equilibrium trade. Because this entire crypto moves in equilibrium cycles where we go far out of equilibrium to the upside, then we lose equilibrium or rather we snap back into equilibrium, but we go far out of equilibrium to the downside, right? So there's these equilibrium trades that we can constantly play, and your portfolio just goes ballistically to the upside because of that.
Yeah, so he's talking about this little equilibrium play right here. I know it's very untidy, this one right here. So you said that as soon as Bitcoin actually took out the Tenkin, that's when the bull run began, right?
That was confirmation for me,
okay,
yes.
Confirmation. So I'm just going to hover my mouse over that candle. Okay, this was Jan 2023. And if we look at this, just the general sort of, the general average of crypto, at the very least Bitcoin bull runs, the general average is 2 years, Sean. 2 years on average. The bull run lasts for 2 years on average. So according to this, okay, just looking at the average, we're already 1 year in. So we have 1 year left. So as far as that focus is concerned, that focus is more important now than ever in this cycle. Yeah. I feel like we're getting into that point, and you can see it, guys, just with the altcoins. Today, guys, it's gonna be, we're gonna talk about Bitcoin, but we're also gonna be talking about the altcoins, specifically the altcoins, because a lot of the altcoins are looking juicy as hell right here. Right? But Sean, I genuinely think that we're 1 year in already, and this year is going to be critical. If you are not focused this year, that big trade is not going to be yours to have. All right, so focus right now.
You know, guys, Krisha's view on how to look at the cycles is going to help you a lot more than what you're going to hear from a lot of the other analysts who are going to talk about diminishing cycles, and they're going to have various terminologies, okay, where some folk are going to call for shorter cycles and longer cycles, etc., etc. I like Krisha's simplified way of looking at it. It's very, very Mango. When did the uptrend start? That's when the cycle starts, right? Because there are going to be a lot of people who say, hey, this cycle is going to be really short. We're going to have only 1 year, right, from 2024 to 2000 and the beginning of 2025, right? And they're right. They're half right in that, yes, the cycle may end by the end of this year. by end of 2024. We may get only one more year from now.
Yeah.
But we already had an entire bull run last year that everyone ignored. Well, at Mango, we didn't ignore it, but everyone else ignored it, right? But if we followed Krisha's way of looking at the markets, it was, hey, as soon as the uptrend starts, as soon as we claim the tank in, that's when the bull market begins, right? Forget everything else, right? If you look at the markets through that dynamic perspective, you won't be too late to getting out of the market when the market tells you to get out of the market, because you won't be looking at what your favorite influencer is saying, hey, no, we have 3 to 4 months according to the plan. No, you'll be a trend trader, and you'll see that, hey, we started a downtrend, this bull market is over.
Yeah.
Period. Trend trading is risk mitigating on its own. That's why I love trend trading, because it keeps me from effing myself over.
I'm just going through the chat. How's it going, Julian? Julian's in here as well. Stephen Lee says, hi, beauties. How's it going, Stephen? Tales of the Crypto. She says, my internet is buffering. Is it just Tales of the Crypto? Anyone else struggling with that? Just let me know. Keeps me from effing my... Shervin's in here, too. He's like, Mango keeps me from effing myself.
Joe, and I was thinking about you just this morning, man. Good to see you. Julian says that the Ichimoku forecast, based on his Ichimoku analysis and forecast, the cloud flips green on Monday, March the 4th, 2 weeks from today. And around 3, basically just a tad bit before Krisha's birthday.
Wait, say that again? Wait, what's the forecast?
That the weekly cloud finally flips green. Oh. That's when Mango gets full permission to go gung-ho bullish, guys. We just gotta wait 2 weeks. Guys, this trade, for those of you who are just joining us, okay? For those of you who are just joining us and haven't watched the older videos from back in 2022, while we were bullish for the move to 42,000 to 50K, right? We were always looking to stop there until the weekly cloud flips green. And if Krisha flips on the cloud for us, you're going to see that the cloud has not flipped green yet. So we've been patient. This entire trade, guys, has been a test of Mango's patience, has been a test of our discipline. And we were tested and not found wanting. We were weighed on the scale, and our community has survived. Just 2 more weeks, guys. Just 2 more weeks. And then every dip shall be bought. Every dip shall be bought.
I'm just drawing out the cloud for you, but the colors just keep changing on me. So we want this red cloud to flip green because, guys, as far as Mango is concerned, and as far as us really looking for those crazy bullish targets, when I talk about crazy bullish targets, what is it? What are we gunning for here? We are gunning for Bitcoin to essentially take out these highs, right? Let me just change it from the nasty green to a white. Sorry, okay, that's a white. We are looking for Bitcoin to take out the 69K highs. Right? I do believe first psychological resistance is going to come in at 60K, but if we're being completely honest, just looking at price action, we were closer to 70 than we were to 60. So, yeah, we're looking for Bitcoin to at the very least take out that 70K target to the upside, that resistance to the upside. That is going to be that final sort of... The crazy part of the bull run is here. Don't get me wrong, the bull run has already begun, but it's that volatile phase of the bull run. That happens as soon as this cloud here turns green. All right, that's what we're waiting for. And according to, Julian says that according to the Ichimoku forecast, that is set for, I'm not going to use the word set, but the forecast is that cloud turns green on March 4th. And oftentimes for the past, I want to say 3 years, Bitcoin and just the markets in general, in the month of March, something has always happened. There's always been either a drastic bullish move or a drastic bearish move. Now, for the past, I think 2 years, Sean, 3 years maybe, it's usually been bearish. Okay, it's often been bearish. The only one time it was not bearish was during this run up right here.
Yep.
Okay, now this was that mega altcoin rally. This is when rags turned to riches overnight. Okay, but this too was the March that set people up. If I have to go ahead, where does that come in? Right here, right? Anyone who accumulated the positions right here, I mean, they were sitting pretty. We know people personally who went from rags to riches. I mean, it's a different story that they went from those riches back to rags, but hey, they had something to take out of the market. And that brings me to the next point, guys. You're going to make money this market. But ultimately, you're also gonna need to know when the music stops.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
how to do
Yeah.
that? Or do you
Yeah.
know how to do that? I'm asking you guys. Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to determine when the music has stopped playing and when is it time for you to be taking profits off the table? Because if you're not thinking about that, you're late. Now's the time to be thinking about all of that. You need to forward think and forward plan these things, because when the froth comes in, when the noise comes in, you're going to be too bogged down with the noise to make these rational decisions, right?
I've often said this, and that's probably why Mango will always be considered the more boring channel, because we're more focused on doing things the right way, not the exciting way, because the exciting way ends up with you giving all your gains back. I've often said this one statement, that you making money is going to be a consequence of the bull market. Okay, we're not going to be giving you anything special that you can't do on your own. You keeping the money, however, is where Mango steps in. Every other YouTuber out there, every other influencer is going to call for targets and going to call for this to pump and that to pump. And you know what? In the midst of the bull market, they're all going to seem like geniuses because everything's pumping. And you're going to feel like, wow, XYZ influencer is so smart because you looked up that particular coin and he called it, and it's going to pump. It's going to pump, right? Because everything's pumping, but you're not watching every other coin pump. You're only watching the coin that you care about. So that guy's going to look like a genius. But when it comes to actually taking profits and exiting the market, those guys are nowhere to be found because they don't know really what they're talking about. And you're going to be left bag holding.
Yes.
Everything pumps in the middle of the bull market, guys. Everything. Okay, now is the time to be paying attention to the people who are actually already planning for the exit strategy, because they're thinking ahead and they're waiting for the liquidity to dump into liquidity.
Exactamundo.
As an example of thinking ahead, I'm going to go ahead and post a link of a trading view chart. Kusha, you can pull it up if you have it. I'm going to post it in the chat. Okay, it basically shows how Bitcoin is played out and what our plan was 1 year ahead of time. If you're not planning at least 6 months ahead of time, you're late, just like Kusha said it.
Yeah. So this was Sean's setup, where he essentially, when Bitcoin was sitting at around 15, 17K in that range, he had already called for Bitcoin getting up to 42K and then consolidating between the top of the cloud and the 0.786 fib level. And that's essentially what Bitcoin ended up doing. It was a beautiful, beautiful play to watch. Now, speaking of Bitcoin, guys, what do you think, Sean? Continuation from here or pullback from here? I say we first default to the dashboard, and then you can tell me what you think in terms of price action. So dashboards, you'll find this, guys, on app.mangoresearch.co. Let's get into Bitcoin. So first off, the market-wide volatility and trend. Trend is long for the most part across the board on the daily time frame. Volatility, however, flashing 74. Okay, so this is telling me that, okay, the bulls are in control. They have more juice left in them, but we could start seeing many of the coins actually hit some level of higher time frame resistance. And you can see it right here. There you go. Bitcoin's picture too, Sean. 4-hour to the weekly time frame, we have bullish trends across the board. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful trend profile right here. And returns, you're up. At the very least, you're up. If I'm looking at the least here, 17% on the trade if you manage to catch it when the daily actually the daily reversed on you. Now, volatility is telling me this. 12-hour and 4-hour, this looks like it wants to take up a lot more. Okay, the bulls have a lot more juice left in them. But daily and 2-day, Sean, we have super high volatility there. Okay, so I'm looking 80, guys, is expansion, right? We've seen the volatility expand at this point, and when I see this sort of volatility profile, I'm saying, well, the bulls have more juice left in them on the lower time frames. They could start picking price up there. However, what we could be seeing is higher time frame resistance coming in to stop those bulls in their tracks. So there might be higher time frame resistance that we're heading towards. Sean, any other read on, and also no bearish flags for concern at the very least. Sean, is there anything that you're spotting on the dashboard profile and volatility that I am not?
I'm gonna give you guys a read on my feelings at the moment and what the market is doing, and maybe that will help you guys position for the pain, right? Because the market tends to always hunt pain. Okay, so I don't want the market to go up here. Okay, I've not wanted the market to go up since around $47,000 is where I wanted the market to kind of go sideways. And the last time we had a similar profile where we had the 12 hour sitting at blue volatility, I was like, guys, I don't want to bet against this. I don't want to bet against this, but I really hope this is wrong. I hope we come down. We had blue volatility with the trend being long, right? And this 12-hour edge on the dashboard has been working for us for a year and a half now. It's just been almost flawless. I think we've had a 95% success rate with it, right? And I wanted it to be wrong, but what happened? We broke up. We broke up last time too. And now again, I'm like, okay, Bitcoin, maybe just go sideways for a bit because we want things to come into equilibrium. We don't want things to go up too high because the higher we go, the closer my take profit targets are going to be. And now again, I wanted to kind of go sideways. I want this blue volatility that's indicating compression leading into expansion to fail, but I feel like it wants to go up higher. Again, I think it's going to break to the upside. Just our previous video, Krisha, you asked me about what are my thoughts in regards to Bitcoin's weekly. I said, hey, let's wait for the weekly candle to close because we are at my inflection point level. We're living above it, but we haven't closed above it. Well, we have now closed above it. So I have no excuse now to say, hey, guys, based on price action, we need to be careful, right? Based on the Ishimoku cloud, we can say, hey, we got to be careful because the cloud is still red. But that's all I have my hat to hang on at the moment. As a guy who wants to be cautious and wants some consolidation before the next big move, that's all I have my hat to hang on. Because everything else looks like Bitcoin wants to apply pain on people who are not in position or on people who want a bigger, longer run. So you're going to find pain in two ways. People not in position whatsoever who are going to feel lots of pain and going to be jumping into position because they can't take it anymore. And then two, people who want to move all the way up to $250, $300, $400,000 and that doesn't come either, right? We end up somewhere in between around $140,000 to $180,000, right? Let's say let's call a range of $140,000 to $200,000 and put a smack horizontal right there in the middle and say 160K. Okay, I'm gonna call that entire range as where if we keep going, that's around the zone where you're like, okay, this is it. We need to start rotating into alts and then rotating back into USDT and have a good stash ready for a dip. We're not gonna make the mistakes that everyone else makes in this community. You guys are going to hit the subscribe, hit the notification, and follow along because we are going to be rational. Things are going to be painful. We're not going to want to do certain things. But I've learned the hard way that the most profitable situations are when you are uncomfortable. That exists in both sides. When you're getting into position at $16,000, and even when you want to take your profits, it's going to be so uncomfortable because the market is going to be telling you, no, it's going up more. Every bullish narrative in the world is going to be thrown at you. Volcano mining, this mining, everything. Right? You're gonna hear things like Charlie Munger has woken up from the dead and even he's buying Bitcoin. You're going to hear ridiculous shit and you're going to believe it. But if you plan now, Alina, if you plan now and you set rules for yourself now, you follow that. And even if you're wrong, you can say, hey, at least I was right to follow my rules because as a trader, that's all I should be doing, following my rules.
Yeah. It's gonna turn. We're gonna try and keep our biases at bay. So Sean, I have a question. You're saying that if the volatility actually picks up here, say Bitcoin actually just rips from here, we get up to 60K, 70K, even break the highs without getting much of a pullback, or at least a pullback worth noting. Like say in this instance right here, this was the bull run of 2017. We got 40% pullbacks at very, very, I'm not going to say regular intervals, but we got 40% pullbacks throughout that entire bull run. If we fail to get something like that this time around and we just rip up past 60K, are you saying that this could be a shorter cycle, or that the bull run targets would not be as bullish? People are calling 250K, 280K. So you're saying those targets cannot be achieved?
So we're going to keep it those targets can definitely be achieved. Like you can never know what the market's going to do truly, right? That's why being a trend trader will always be beneficial, because you'll always be in the right side of the market. You'll never be taking all your profits, because one of the rule of a trend trader is that markets will go higher than you think, markets will go lower than you think. But you gotta set rules for yourself as to when things are getting a little bit too parabolic and how you manage that volatility on your position, right? So the Ichimoku and the combination of the dynamic will be my guide. You guys can choose your own guide, but I like to keep things very simple, because in the heat of the moment, the emotions, you don't want complexity, right? So one of the things I'll be looking at is the 4-day dynamic being lost. Okay, that's going to be like, okay, my big warning sign, but that doesn't mean that the 4-day dynamic needs to remain lost. The 4-day dynamic could get lost and then start moving into into like a consolidation phase where you see it get reclaimed and you get bullish again and you expect another move, right? But then it gets lost again. Two losses of the 4-day dynamic, for example, is going to be my, okay, I think we're going to start seeing a pullback a deep pullback within the next weeks, months, whatever. But the big one, Kusha, if you go back to the Ichimoku, the big one is, if based on where you drew out your targets, okay, or that arrow going to the upside, if you draw out the Ichimoku twisting as well on the weekly, okay, where would that come in at? Where would that Kumo twist come in at?
In terms of price action, right? So it's forward dated
Yeah.
around 30.
Yeah. So
30
so
bars.
Julian said that we're going to get the Kumo twist in around like 2 or 3 weeks. So you just have to go 2 or 3 weeks ahead of the cloud currently. Forget the old cloud.
Okay.
Forget the old twist. So it's going to be like around September-ish to October.
September, October. Yeah, October.
Yeah. So we have, if and now I want you guys to all just picture this in your heads, okay? Picture this in your heads. Price is ripping from here all the way to around 120K, 150K till September. Okay? And then you have that huge equilibrium gap, that Kumo twist underneath. What do our rules tell us? That once you're living above price, you don't know how deep price is going to pull back, but you got to start expecting that price to pull back.
Yeah.
Right? So if we see a confluence of all of that, the 4-day dynamic getting lost, and then the Kumo twist underneath us, and price is getting sucked down to that level too, we got to start calling a spade. And as much as we want things to keep going, we're going to have to be like, hey, no, this is the inversion of the $16,000 play. Because look at the Kumo twist at 16,000, Kusha. What was overhead? Or rather, what was overhead the $16,000 price action? It was the Kumo twist.
Yeah.
And
so
that
he's
ended.
talking about this right here. Let me just mark it on my chart.
Yeah.
He's talking about this right here. Right, and if I just put my cursor on that Kumo twist, notice how it lined up with the 60K highs.
Yeah, you're talking about the 60K. I'm actually talking about the 16K level as well. Bitcoin is playing an equilibrium trading style right now, and ignoring that is gonna, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like there's 60K, there's 16K. You can, yeah.
You mean this,
But yeah,
right?
guys, I know this is all complex. Alina, I get it. I'm trying to follow along with the chat as well. Don't worry, we have not ignored the novice trader at all. We are always keeping you guys at the back of our heads, which is why we give you guys clear, defined rules or setups, and even I give you guys my plan always. I tell you guys, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. My analysis is to educate you. You do not need to understand every single thing. But if you're around it long enough, you will learn eventually, right? But at the end of it, the conclusion is all that should matter to you, right? You have my entire work, my proof, and then you have my answer at the end, right? It's kind of like writing a mathematics exam. If you just write the answer, the teacher's going to be like, hey, where's your work? Show me your work, right? So I show you my work. You don't need to understand all of it, but you have the answer at the end as well, where I say, hey, guys, we're looking for a trade from $16K to $42,000. And I gave you guys a thesis that spanned over a month, right? It took me a month to explain the entire thesis to you guys. But then I gave you the instructions. Okay, we are going to be trading it to $42,000, and then we're going to be stopping, right? It's as simple as that. $42,000 and then stop. Right, yeah. The novice trader needs to use everything else as a learning opportunity, and just the conclusion as how to position for their investments. Over time, you will learn. because I give you guys everything on a platter. It's not like I keep all this information to myself. Like the big trades on Solana, on Cardano, on Bitcoin, I gave it to you all, right? All the coins that are a little bit more exotic, we keep for the premium section on the dashboard. By the way, we posted a couple more videos this week. Make sure to check it out. We did
Oh
a
yes.
altcoin market-wide analysis on why we think altcoins were going to run, and what do you know? Altcoins are running, like what, a day after that.
Yeah, go ahead and check out the premium video section. Mach 2 has posted like a 5 video series. It's an educational series. And then Sean topped it off with a market-wide analysis. And the altcoins are looking freaking spectacular, especially if you look at the total 3. Sorry guys, I'm just following up. My chat was lagging all this time. Apparently like a whole lot of conversations took place and I'm only just catching up. Okay, so this is a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is... Sean, are you seeing any region of resistance? Now, according to the dashboard, it's saying that, hey, the higher time frames, we're looking at the 2-day, we're looking at the 4-day, daily. It's saying that volatility is super high. Usually when I see that, I tend to look for that next region of resistance. Are you seeing resistance right now where Bitcoin, the current juncture that Bitcoin is currently sitting at? I, for one, I'm looking at price action. Okay, maybe this right here. Okay, a stutter stop. So essentially what I'm marking out, I'm looking at these highs as well as these candle closes, just to show you guys. Okay, there you go. And we're sitting right there. Have we closed over that region? Let's go ahead and check it out. No. That's where we're finding a bit of, that's where the bears are putting up a fight for now. So yeah, I mean, if this turns out, let me just fix my scale. There we go. If we start seeing additional strength from here, from the bulls, we're looking at, well, bullish patterns, any sort of price action to closes, consistent candle closes over $42,000, then yeah, bulls are still in control. Your next region of resistance only comes in, honestly, at the highs. If I take you guys back on over to the weekly time frame, what's next in as far as resistance is concerned? We're looking at 60K first, okay? Let me just clear out my chart of all the indicators. 60K first, and then we're looking at 69K highs. There you go. So this is the juncture. Let's see if the bears manage to show their hand.
What are your thoughts on the lower time frames then, based on this? Because the weekly has kind of cleared the horizontal resistance if you use the candle closes from the breakdown. We kind of want this to break down, guys. Like, let's be honest. Bitcoin has run enough. It'd be a little bit healthier if people get their emotions in check, because emotions is what begins a parabolic run and also ends a parabolic run. We don't want the excitement so soon.
Maybe. I mean,
because guys, you know what draws in parabolic runs, what draws in crazy euphoria? It's when people are surprised. When people are surprised, they go like, oh shit, really? If Bitcoin is sitting at $40,000 1 week and then $80,000 suddenly a month later, we are going to get all of the retailers, all of that euphoric money pouring in, and that's going to be a bit too early. But let's say Bitcoin kind of goes up slowly, you know, we go from like 50K, and then only like 2 months later we hit 60K. They're not going to feel surprised because it took 2 months just to hit 60,000, right? And then another 2 months later we're at like maybe 85K, 90K, and then suddenly we're at like 130. If we start having the euphoric money pour in post 120, post 130, then we can maybe look for another 2x from there. You guys see my emotional reasoning on the psychology of the market at the very least, right? This will also line up with how the charts play out. Charts are an amalgamation of the market's emotions.
Yeah. Every candle, guys, is just buyers and sellers. It's all just human beings on a chart. Right now, Sean, I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame. I'm saying if we start breaking that 21 EMA, yeah, we could then expect another sort of move to the downside. I think losing these lows right here, that's when we could see the M play out. But still, this is just the 4-hour time frame. We're looking at pullbacks, minor pullbacks for now. until the bears show their hand in a bigger way. If we get the minor pullback, once again, we're jumping the gun here. Any short trade here is you jumping the gun. I think it's very important to understand that, because this structure has not been lost yet. It's only if we trigger a potential M-like formation that could take us down to 48.6K. But once again, strength, I'm looking for a weekly strength, daily strength, 2-day strength over $52,000 is a good sign for the bulls. They still have a lot more strength left in them. We could see a reset in volatility too at that point if we see a prolonged consolidation here.
Keep an eye on the dashboard volatility, guys. That's going to
Yeah.
be really, really helpful. We got a really great comment from Adrian, by the way, just now. He says, dashboard and dynamic are some of the most important aids in your trading. If you're not sure about them, just go back 1 year and start looking at Sean and Krisha's videos. Yeah, just go back. If you don't have the know-how or even the patience to backtest it on the charts, because it gets, at least I know it gets tedious. Just go watch the videos. It'll be a double win for you, where you're learning how to trade as well as seeing how the dashboard has performed, right? Particularly the dashboard, guys, because I understand the dynamic might be a tad bit more on the expensive side for some people, but the dashboard is so much value for so cheap, which is why we didn't include it in the recent sale. In fact, by the way, there's a sale running, V-Day 2024. I think it's the last day of the sale. Krisha, did you tell them already?
I haven't told them. I think okay, this is not the one. There it is. It's the V-Day 2024 sale. It should still be on. Today might very well be the last day. If today's not the last day, then I will be extending it for just today, because I'm telling you guys about the Valentine's Day sale. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and check out the coupon V-Day 2024. I believe it works on, I know it works on the Mango Seed program. Okay, go ahead and check it out. We've revamped the page. Everyone's very, very kind testimonials have been posted on here, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. But yeah, go ahead and check it out. Sean is an amazing teacher. You have like an entire very, very comprehensive program that's going to take you from, well, beginner to advanced, and more importantly, that risk management system is everything on here. Okay, that's what allowed me to go to the beach. I essentially took a trade on Caspa and Cardano, and I just left. I dipped. So yeah, check it out. You'll find it on, so you can apply it towards the seed program, as well as, I believe, the dynamic indicator. Yes. And
guys,
also,
the risk management module is literally my entire edge given out to you guys.
Yeah.
Like I've often told people that you can take away all of my indicators, take away everything.
Yeah.
Just give me my risk management system and give me a coin, and let the coin decide whether I get into the trade or not. Like, I'll flip it, heads or tails, and I'll still beat 99% of traders in the market just with my risk management system and the risk management indicator. Everything, take away everything else. Take away even the dynamic, the dashboard. Yeah, it's that powerful in my opinion.
I'm sure all the seedlings would agree there.
Wolfie just said it too. The risk management module has really unlocked trading for me.
Yeah.
And he's been a seedling for what? How many years now, Wolfie? Holy shit. 4 years? That's amazing. 3 years? 4 years? 4 years. Time has flown, dude. Nick says, I agree. I have the dynamic and the dashboard. I didn't know you had the dynamic, Nick. That's awesome. And keeps me on the right side. Yeah, so it keeps him on the right side of the trend, he says. And that's the whole point, by the way, guys. You know, it's about, we've designed these tools for ourselves. Especially the dashboard and the dynamic was made for all coins for myself. Like, I was getting, in 2017, 2018, I used to grind so many charts. I got exhausted. I was like, there needs to be a better way, because I could do it for Bitcoin. I could do my entire system for Bitcoin. I could go through all my indicators, all my systems for Bitcoin, but doing it for every single altcoin was exhausting. So that's what the dynamic and the dashboard were created for, to basically get a quick look at what the coin is doing and not have to go through the entire analysis. It's cut out. It saved me so much time. This keeps me on the right side every time.
Yeah. Dynamic was what I took the Cardano trade on. I was so happy, guys. On the beach, sipping on my pina colada, and I'm just like, whoa, Cardano. But yeah, the altcoins are looking spectacular. Now, yes, we did see some altcoins actually lead the pack, but I feel like, Sean, many of the other altcoins, I think they're just about starting their moves.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
So do you guys want to jump into the alts?
Yes.
Are you guys ready? Okay, let's start off with Cardano. I did publish a dedicated video on Cardano just yesterday, giving you guys an update on my trade setup. But now let's get into the dashboard to see what's happening with that trend profile. Right, always start off here. That way you sort of helps you set your biases in case you are, say you didn't catch your position, prices ran away from you, you feel like, hey, you just want to go ahead and just buy. But sometimes the dashboard will tell you that now might be the time to just be patient. Right, ADA USDT right here. Let's get into the drop down. Okay, long trends across the board, that is still there. Okay, volatility, however, these high red numbers, it's high, telling me that, okay, we could be seeing resistance sometime soon, but we could still start seeing these minor pushes to the upside just based on 66, 72. So it's, the bulls have just a tad bit more juice left in them. But you can see right here, Sean, the 4-hour time frame, this bullish trend, I'm seeing minus 0.22. When I see that, I can see that the bulls are struggling on that time frame. The bulls are struggling on that 4-hour time frame. All right, that's where they might be hitting a bit of resistance. All right, so with that, let's get into the charts, because yesterday I gave you guys another bid opportunity on Cardano. So here it is, Cardano. Zoom out, zoom out. Let me actually get on over to the daily time frame. Actually, no, first let's get on over to the weekly time frame just to show you what it is that I'm seeing here. I'm seeing like a whole lot of things on Cardano's chart. So first of all, let's talk about the war zones, right? Cardano's had a total of 2 war zones on its chart. We saw the first war take place at $1.17. This is when Cardano was in its bear market. Second war zone took place right here in this range between 58 and 68 cents. Now, beautiful. We opened a brand new week today. This weekly candle, guys. Sean, are you looking at this? Are you watching Cardano right here? Cardano cleared out 59 cents for the first time since we broke it back in May of 2022. First close over. This is the first close over. So they won this battle right here. So what we could be seeing here is a potential retest back at 59 cents, which is the bid opportunity that I last spoke to you guys about yesterday, right? And that's where we could see the bulls actually step in to pick price up. But this right now is very, very confidence inducing for anyone who's currently sitting in a Cardano position, right? The fact that we managed to take out a multi-year region of resistance, a region of resistance that the bulls lost at time and time and time again. This was 6 weeks of the bulls losing at that region of resistance. So this is looking exceptional right now. Great close. But also yesterday I noticed one more thing. Now with this development over the past 2 months now, this entire region of price action, notice what's happened here. We have a very complete pattern play that's sort of showed up on Cardano's chart, which is a cup and handle like formation. If you take the neckline, this is the neckline right here, once again lining up with what the top of the red box territory, which is 69 cents. If we start breaking that, not only do we break another multi-year region of resistance, but we also activate the bullish cup and handle like formation. All right. But now here is the beautiful part of Cardano, guys. Okay, this is what I spoke to you guys about. Sean, plot it on the break. The measured move for the cup and handle will take it all the way up to $2.15. We are looking at those previous bull market highs, which is very, very doable. I'm not even looking at all-time high for Cardano. No, I'm just talking about price getting up to those regions once again. And that trade alone, okay, that trade alone from the break all the way up to the measured move, we're looking at the very least 200% to the upside. 200% to the upside, guys. Are you guys excited for Cardano? What the hell? Why am I not hearing anything?
I think a lot of people have found themselves out of position. That's probably why you're not hearing anything. But at the same time, there are enough people who are also in position, because the Cardano community, they're kind of like the Bitcoin community, right? But they're not celebrated as much, because on one hand, you're going to hear the Bitcoin community celebrate their hodlers, right? Oh, we have long-term hodlers. But the Cardano community, they have the same kind of hodlers that form a strong base for price action to move up further and further and further. But they don't get the same reverence as Bitcoin's long-term hodlers, which is, I guess, a bit unfair. I think Casper is going to also have a base of long-term believers.
Yeah. Yeah, Caspa is a growing community and it's a strong community as well. Yes, we will be talking about Caspa next. Don't worry. I can see it pump in my face right now. It's looking freaking fantastic. Has me very, very happy. But yeah, this
Keep
is
in
the
mind,
picture
guys.
on Go
You
on.
guys, you guys may laugh at the Cardano analysis, etc., but when we started covering Cardano aggressively and said, hey, when we raised the bull flag on Cardano and to get into positions, I posted on Twitter, it was only at 23. It was sitting only at 23 cents. So now it's a good 3x up already. Okay, and it hasn't had its impulsive move. If it gets to Krisha's target of $2 and what is that, 20 cents, that's going to be a 10x for me.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 10x for me. We'll see who's laughing then. Laugh, guys, laugh.
Who's laughing?
No. I'm just saying that I get a lot of hate on Cardano when I first posted it.
Yeah. No, there's who's laughing at Cardano? This is freaking taking up. I'll be honest. Okay, I get it. Sometimes you're going to be too invested in a coin, especially if you not only get into the TA but you get into the FA. You get so invested that in your dreams you end up marrying the coin and you don't even know it. And then it's one big mess. And then suddenly when you've given so much energy to a project, to a chart, and you actually back up that energy with your conviction, with your money, with your trades, and then price does this to you, I get it. You're disgruntled. And what happened here on Cardano's chart is that a lot of people were left disgruntled, and then towards the end they just started dropping their bags. Right? Every rally turned out to be a very, for the lack of a better word, it turned out to be a piss poor rally. It didn't even give people a chance to get out even at break even. Maybe even at a slight loss. It didn't even allow that. So a lot of people dropped their bags, and so when the turn actually took place, when Cardano actually reversed, people were butthurt because, Sean, no one got back into their positions thinking that this is a dead project. It's a shit project. I know I've been there before in the first cycle. I got married to a project. And at that point, I'm like, screw the FA. It's only the TA over here. If the chart does not have TA, I'm not looking at it. And I'm not going to get married again to any project except for Sean.
I'm gonna have a project now. Love it.
But yeah, this is the picture on Cardano, guys. Don't let your biases, don't let the pain from the previous cycle sort of cloud your judgment on certain charts. Sometimes the chart that hurts you could be your next winner again, but as long as you are willing to look at it through fresh eyes and fresh slate, fresh risk management variables, right? Don't look to make back what you lost, because then you're getting into the trade with a loser's mindset. You're setting yourself up for that loss when you get emotional, right? Before you take the trade, you're already emotional. Don't do that. And if you're not able to do that, that's okay. Like, I know there are certain projects, like, till this day, I have not touched LTC. Because I know that I'm super, super emotional on it. I'm just like, screw it. I don't need it. Why? Because, here, let me just take you on over to the dashboard, okay? I have all of this to choose from and another 10 pages right after that. Right? There is opportunity out there. Just know when you're getting emotional, understand that, identify it, and if you just don't want to trade it, don't trade it. That's fine. Just don't marry it. Don't get emotional on it.
100%. So John Gunry said something that I do want to expand on. He's like, never mind, I'll just follow the indicator. Guys, if you are new to trading, that is the best advice that you can take away from the stream. You know why I love indicators? Why I use indicators as I use them primarily when I was beginning my journey, when I was like, okay, I really need to hunker down and make it in this profession. Indicators remove subjectivity. You do not get to move indicators, right? You don't get to adjust your trend line. If you have to rate the importance of tools that you use as a trader, especially when you're beginning out, indicators first, support and resistance second, and then your trend lines third. Right, your diagonal trend lines should be third always, because those are too subjective. Anything that is subjective should be used only as a booster catalyst, Okay, indicators you can't move at all. Even support and resistance, you can move. You can move them. You can make excuses for why the horizontal should be on the wick versus the candle close. An indicator doesn't allow you any room. Okay, it keeps you disciplined. It will, and when you break that discipline, you don't have an excuse for yourself, and that's what you need as a beginner. You need your flaws displayed for you on a platter. So
Hey.
follow that advice from John Gunry right there, where he says, "Never mind, I'll just follow the indicator," because you're going to try to be a smartass. Because whatever job you're doing right now that promoted you to a high-paying job, etc., and you're feeling really smart, all of that is going to work against you in the markets. The markets are going to exploit your arrogance. It did for me, did for Kusha. It's done it for every single Mongolian who eventually made it. But the reason they eventually made it is because they hunkered down and got disciplined. And the best way to get disciplined is to use an objective indicator. It could be anything. Pick whatever you want, okay? Pick whatever indicator you want. But start off with an indicator, in my opinion. That's my advice.
The best indicator on Cardano, for those of you who are like me and who love Cardano very much, is the dynamic indicator, hands down. All right, this was my exit. I didn't catch the top, but I don't care. I caught the rest of it. I caught this entire move. I was happy. 2,300%, sure, I'll take it. All right, let your objective indicators keep you on the right side. And yeah, I got a lot of flack, but it's okay now. I'm gonna get a lot of flack once more. I'll let you know then. But yeah, this is Cardano, guys. You have the target. The next target is 200% to the upside. So now we can move on over to the star, which is Sean, Caspa. Are you ready for Caspa? Are you guys ready for Caspa? We'll be going over more altcoins, so make sure you, well, let me know in the chat. Oh, Cass on the dashboard. Once again, for those of you who are new here, the dashboard can be found on app.mangoresearch.co. Of course, I will try and link. I know it is already linked down in the description below. I'm losing my words today. It's like I'm eating my tongue or something. But anywho, Caspa USDT. Oh. Where's the Jace? Are you still in here?
I've been waiting for that 4D to flip long.
Wait, let me just get rid of the coupon so you guys can see everything. Special deal, is this it? There we go. Mock says rocket mock. What do you guys think? Is this really gonna fly more from here?
I think so. The 4D just flipped long. That's what I've been waiting for. Like a day and a half ago, yes, but compared to when the 12-hour flipped, for example, the 12-hour was a barometer for, the 12 hours a barometer for every coin on the dashboard. Guys, use that edge while it lasts. Like this edge has been so good. We don't know how long it's gonna last. Just milk it this cycle. It may not be there next cycle. We'll have to find new edge with a different time frame, different way of looking at it. But this is the easiest I've ever seen it. Cass only beginning. Wolby says that because he just got into position.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my read, Sean, on this, and then you tell me what you think of Caspa. All right, but okay, the trends, guys, absolutely. I mean, there is no denying it. This is bullish as hell, right? Bullish. From the 4-hour to the 4-day, it looks freaking fantastic. Your returns, the minimum, you're up at the very least 6%. The maximum, you're up 66%. Guys, the 4-hour time frame has been long. Okay, it's been bullish for the past 12 days. 12 consecutive days of the 4-hour time frame just staying bullish. I hope that you're able to grasp just how bullish this chart has been. And for those of you Mongolians who caught that Caspa video, prescient, right? I was looking at the charts. I was creating a pattern trading module for the Sprouts program, and I was in the middle of showing you guys examples. I'm going through the charts, pulling up various charts to show you guys the importance of a certain pattern and how to spot it. And then on my sidebar, and this happened by accident, I clicked on Cass. And I looked at it. I'm just like, what is going on here? I'm like, holy mother of God. I literally stopped my recording for the Sprouts program and I said start recording, and I just started the daily video for you guys there, because I'm like, you guys just had to have the juice on Caspa. And Sean, I kid you not, like, this has been bullish since then. We're all up 66% on this trade. So, okay, so the trends are looking good. The returns are looking good. The volatility. Now, this is where Wolvie, Mark, Sean, Ajesh, if you're in here, those of you who are looking at Caspa and the volatility, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think on the volatility? I mean, I'm seeing red. Okay, but it's not just red. It's not just the volatility that's red. Check out the flags. We got potential bearish divergence in the 4-hour time frame and the 12-hour time frame. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to have a hard drop. I'm saying that, hey, we might see a pullback here. An 86 on the 12-hour, Sean?
I have so let me put this. Cass has hit my target from our initial trade. When we initially took our trade at around 0.045, we had a target zone of around 18 cents. It's hit that 17.5 to 18. It's hit that. So this is a level where I would not want to be a buyer. Let's put it that way. Do I think that it's gonna stop here, and would I just exit my position entirely? No. Would I even take out a good chunk of my position? No, I wouldn't. Not after its most recent prolonged consolidation where the 4-day just flipped long. Yeah, this volatility is a bit concerning. It's enough for me to say, hey, stay in my hand. I don't want to add to my position here. I'll buy any dips. I would not get out of position here and maybe take, if you have a big bag, you could reduce the volatility of the portfolio by taking some cash out and converting it into Bitcoin, in my opinion, maybe 15% of your position. But I would not, this is not enough to scare me out. Potential bearish divergence, Kusha has her cursor hovered on top of that. That's not going to scare me either. I've seen bearish divergences play all the way to a 10x.
Sorry, I'm just getting comfortable, guys. All right, so you're right. Sean is right. And I'll tell you how I'm dealing with this on my Caspa position. Am I going to be taking profits off the table here? No. But if I have identified that I want to build on my Caspa position, I'm going to wait, essentially. I'm going to wait for a better bid. So this is essentially what this is telling me. I'll tell you how I play these markets, okay? I'm keeping it very simple. And some of you in the Sprouts program may have now caught a whiff of how I like to do things, what I look at first. Which is, if I have identified that we're in a bull run, I'm not taking short trades, man. I'm just, why? Why should I fight the overarching trend when I stand to make so much more money to the upside? So what I do is I get a feel for it. I dip my feet into certain coins, and I'm like, okay, I'll collect a bag of this, I'll collect a bag of that. And then as I get more and more confirmation, I'll build on that position. But when it comes to building on your position, you don't just want to go buy willy-nilly anywhere, right? To build on your position, you want to wait for those right bid opportunities, those amazing bids. That way you're not taking an already amazing position, a good trade, and turning into a shit one because you didn't know where to build on your position at. Or you built on your position at a high, at a let's say a volatile move to the upside. You don't want to do that, right? You want to wait on those pullbacks, wait for those good bids. That way when you build on it, you're just like, stress-free. Now you get to ride the next move up, right? So the very least, what Cass was telling me is that, okay, if I'm someone looking to build on my position, I could get a better bid. All right, that's how I'm looking at it. And I could see that just by looking. Now that's for me, someone who has an existing position. For people who don't have a Caspa position and want a Caspa position, this is telling you that, hey, you could get a better bid on Caspa. Wait, right? So Sean, volatility.
So where would you bid?
Right. So now let's get now that we have the read on Cass. Okay, let's get into the chart. Oh, nice. I have all my drawings right here. Very cool. Look at me, so organized. 18 cents is your next target, guys. I gave this to you in the last Caspa video. It's going to play out. That's another 5% to the upside. So as far as resistance here is concerned, I don't think we're seeing resistance here. I say we're getting up to 18 cents first at the very least.
Where would you place your bids?
Where would I place my bids? I'll look for the dynamic indicator. I have to wait. I have to wait for that resistance to come in.
This is the issue with the dynamic indicator. We've all become so lazy. Like this was This was always going to be the issue. It's like, oh,
Okay, no,
it's
okay,
not.
I'll give you
Yeah.
something more to chew on. Okay, I'll give you something more
Yeah.
to chew on here. Dashboard.
Thank
All
you.
right, dashboard is telling us that volatility is high. We could see a pullback sometime soon. However, it's also telling us that, hey, we have potential bearish divergence. So usually when I see this, what I do is let's go ahead and highlight the potential bearish divergence as to when that triggers. And perhaps that trigger is going to tell us when can we expect that pullback. And then after that, can we look for our level? Fair?
Fair.
Okay, cool. Chris Glock says Krisha keeps grinning. Yeah, that's just my face. Alrighty, so we saw the divergence on the 4-hour time frame and the 12-hour time frame. So let's get in there.
Frank is like, mango way rules. That's all I know. Everything else is irrelevant. My man.
Okay, 14 bars. That's not it. No, actually, shit. It's there, but I don't think it's going to play out because of how aggressive this move is. We could actually see the RSI swing up once again, Sean.
Yeah, no,
We could
I'm not
see
gonna.
that the potential bearish divergence actually get negated pretty soon. So for the
You know,
potential, go on.
people are gonna be placing shots to try to call the top on this one, and that's precisely why I think this could just keep running. This could be one of the most hated rallies amongst all the altcoins at the moment, and people are gonna try to call the top on this, and they're just gonna fuel the rally further up. And especially when they're seeing bearish divergence, they're gonna base their entire trade on that. And how often does that work? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's weak. It's really weak. The bearish divergence is very, very weak, guys. Right now, the bulls are completely in control. Like, for the bearish divergence to actually play out, we essentially need this to happen. Basically, Casper getting stopped in its tracks right here. A dump to the downside. Let me just catch a red arrow, like a different arrow that's not green. Okay, so a dump to the downside, but additionally, you want to see it back down and taking out 16 cents. Yeah. It's only then will that bearish divergence actually trigger. And then we could come down once again to, say, 14, or maybe even that, well, I'll be looking at the dynamic levels at that point. So yeah, no, it's the bulls are completely in control here, guys. But yeah, your next target, though, just based on, now this is something I brought up in the Caspa video, just looking at the momentum that I'm seeing on Caspa's chart right now, so I'm not just pulling these targets out of thin air, is 18 cents, right? And I told you that how do we know if price could get up to 18 cents? I essentially caught the midpoint between 14 and 18, which came in around 0.162. And I said, as soon as we start closing consecutive candles over the 0.162 level, that's your sign. That's going to tell you that, hey, the bulls are completely in control. There is a higher probability of them taking over and pushing price up back to 18 cents. All right, and we're seeing this play out to the freaking T. And then your next target right after that on CAS, guys. And the thing is that as far as price action is concerned, this isn't complete blue sky breakout. So yeah, we could just keep ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking and ticking. Okay, until we see weakness, but based on price action, based on the volatility that we're going to catch on the Mango dashboard. But for now, the next target after 18 cents only comes in around 21 cents, which is, just to drive this one in before we move on over to the next chart, the measured move of this bull flag, 21 cents.
So, a little bit off topic, but Hug Nasty was asking about the link to the dynamic indicator, and I've also been reading your chat, Thug Nasty. I think you've been struggling with psychology, etc., in regards to actually positioning for this bull market. And while the dynamic indicator is extremely powerful, I would still recommend the seed program, or the sprouts program for that matter too, for you over the dynamic, because one, the seed is far cheaper than the dynamic. It's a lifetime access, while the dynamic is not lifetime access. And two, you're going to get access to a very, very, very supportive, helpful constructive, loving, family vibe like community that you're never going to get access to anywhere else. We run weekly mastermind sessions as well on the Seed Clubhouse. There's so much value you get from actually seed, and it's cheaper, and it's perfect for you because what you need, I think, more than anything is your base education,
Yeah.
your base psychology, fortitude. You need all of that, and then later you can consider the dynamic. The dynamic is powerful for people who have that knowledge. And if the dynamic is in your budget, the seed is definitely going to be in your budget, right? So I would recommend seed for anyone looking to learn because it's cheaper, man. And I designed it that way. I purposely priced it. You know, people used to tell me that the seed program is far too underpriced, and I wanted to price it in a way where you guys opt for it versus the dynamic. And for some reason, people will still want to jump into the dynamic first before getting seed, and I think it should be the other way around.
Yeah. And also just get into the seed program. Just look at what everyone else has to say about the seed program. Guys, it is a treasure trove. And it's gonna make every indicator you use that much more powerful, that much more potent. Every single indicator worth looking at, the seed program is gonna help you with all of that. Right? So go ahead and check it out. People always ask, right? Which one should I get? Get the seed, hands down. There is no.
I love old man's comment over there. I've never been so excited to study because I wanted to make seed fun with the fun analogies, etc. I didn't want it to be like your typical boring course. Yeah.
This,
Reading those comments really makes my heart warm up. So yeah,
and that's
we
just
can
like
go on
half
over.
of it. Yeah, that's just half of it. I'll try and post more of the testimonials on the seed page. But yeah, definitely go ahead and check it out if you're considering from the two, seed or dynamic.
Let's
But
look at SUI and then look at Beam.
okay, let's
Right,
do
SUI
it.
because SJ GSM has been asking about it.
Sui. Sean, this is your coin.
No, it's not. It's his coin. I found out about it from him.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
props to you. Sui
Yeah, it's not.
Sui is
Yeah.
a good. It's got a good chart. All right. So long signals from the daily to the 4 days. So your higher time frame trends, they're still good. Uptrend is still intact. Lower time frame, however. Oh.
It's been long on the 4-day for 50 days and 100. You see, by the way, why I want Casper to switch long on the 4-day, because that allows you for that impulsive move on the lower time frames as well.
This is looking good, even on the lower time frame, Sean. The 4 hour just flipped from short to neutral 6 hours ago. I'm saying if this move is powerful enough, we could see this turn long, the 4 hour turn long. So look for that. For those of you trading SUI right now, make sure you have your alert set on SUI. No, I'm not trading SUI, so I don't have an alert. But just hit the bell icon, and that's gonna set an alert for you. That way, if the 4 hour, first go to the 4 hour actually, not the daily. Go to the 4 hour time frame. Get down to SUI. Okay, you want to see when this 4 hour trend flips long. But in case you're out, you're at the gym, you're at a friend's house. If this flips long and you're busy, it's just going to send you an email. All right, email notification so you know, hey, at that point, it's time to be looking at the charts because your trend just went off. So, yeah, so this one, Sean, as soon as it flips long, I'm saying the bulls are going to start picking it up. And we're then going to see that long trend cascade on over to the 12-hour time frame. Also notice no flags for concern just yet. Volatility very, very healthy, especially that volatility on the 4 hour time frame. Squeezing there. So, yeah, let's get into the chart. Let's see what Sui's up to there. Man, guys, Caspa is almost up at 8. This trade is a freaking banger of a trade. Damn. Yeah, it's going to make my day today. We're going out. We're going out, Sean.
It's so weird. I see John Gunnery's comments on the YouTube video, but I don't see it in the live chat. Is it just me? Do you see his comments? He just said he's gonna buy seeds with his Sprouts coupon. So yeah, by the way, guys, for those of you who are on the Sprouts program, don't forget, if you got in early enough to the Sprouts program, you guys got that coupon, right? So make sure to use that too at the right time because that coupon is higher than the V-Day coupon.
Yeah. So that was for all of the super early birds. You guys have like a nice sweet coupon that you can use on the seed program or even the dynamic. All right, so guys, Blue sky breakout, yo. Blue
Yeah,
sky breakout. Maybe this, but barely even. I mean, it's no data. This is not enough data. I don't like it. As in, I like the chart. It's not resistance. I wouldn't consider that resistance. I think this could actually blow even further. Let's get on over to some other time frame where maybe we could see an established trend. Golden cross right here, playing out well. Okay, I'll say this. Sui. For the bulls to take over, guys, you want to see them start.
this is your head and shoulders, by the way.
Yeah, this is
This
yeah.
is your
I'm
more
not. Yeah,
obvious head and shoulders.
yeah.
If it breaks
I'm not
down,
gonna.
though.
I'm not gonna try and find a bullish picture. This. Okay. How about this? On the 4-hour time frame, the bears look like they have a bit of an edge here. Okay. Just based on the
It's got a
structure.
ton. It's still neutral. It flipped from short to neutral, but it's still neutral, right? So you gotta see that 4-hour turn. Man, I'm just watching Cass approach your targets, Kusha. I think we should switch back to Cass. That's where the excitement is. That's where the Super Bowl is being played.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll switch. So wait. Let me just
Oh,
wrap this up. Let me wrap this up. Okay. This
fine,
is it,
fine,
guys.
fine.
This is it. If it breaks down, guys, Sui. For those of you trading Sui, you need to wait for it to take out this low right here on the 4-hour time frame, which comes in at around $1.70. Only if it takes that, you're activating a bearish head and shoulders pattern to the downside. Your target is $1.45. Simple. Keep it simple. If we fail to do that, then yeah, the bulls perhaps have a chance here on Sui to take this up and establish that uptrend once again on the lower time frames. Okay, now let's get on over to Cass.
Yeah, watch the 1 minute time frame, so you can all feel good about when and how it hits your target.
First, I want you guys to look at the target. Please take note of my magic ball targets to the decimal. Notice it's not just 18 cents. No, it's 0.188034. Let's go.
He's actually switching to the 1 minute. It's so cute.
Oh, are you like trying to pull my leg there?
No, it's more exciting. Okay, let's do 5 minutes.
Wouldn't one minute be more exciting?
It's a better balance.
Okay, here I'll show you pattern plays, guys. Ascending triangle.
Chris Glock says his cast target is 19.1. Pretty close to Krisha's.
All right, this was not just an ascending triangle, my friends. This was also a bull flag.
I'm gonna put. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my targets now. I'll just take a screenshot of this. Give me a second. So this, for those of you who are wondering whether you should take profits over here, let's see. So what I drew out a while ago. So you can pull it up. I linked it in the chat.
Oh, so Sean, technically we're already at your partial take profit target, eh?
Exactly.
Okay. Caspa. And think about it. When I last spotted the Caspa trade for you guys, it was sitting right here. We'd broken out of this little W-like formation, and I could see it just play out so well. I'm just like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Not covering it today would be a sin.
So if you guys are still looking at my chart, you'll see how my partial TP from the previous targets, the previous partial TPs, they flipped into re-entry positions, re-entry zones, and we hit both right on that big wick towards the downside.
Nice.
Now
yeah.
we're gonna do the same thing, guys, for this break. If we do break up, we're going to flip it into a potential re-entry zone if we get a big dip into it, right? If, like, let's say Casper goes another 25% above that zone, right? So at that point, let's say it goes to 30 cents. Any dip into that zone is going to be a re-entry of your whatever profits you've taken thus far.
Yeah.
That's how you trade the bull market, right? You take some profits off, wait for re-entry levels, because they always come. 35% drawdowns in all coins always come. Look at Frank. Frank's awesome. He's like, take notes, people. Ask questions, seek to learn. I know nothing. I'm just here to learn. He's Frank takes notes, the tank.
Frank's been working really, really hard.
Yeah, Bean, appreciate you joining. We should be wrapping up too, Krisha.
Yeah.
It's been 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to do a couple of more altcoins, and they're like, look.
Okay, so you can do a couple more altcoins with them. I'm gonna bow out.
Okay,
I think
cool.
I've given as much as I can.
Guys, give Sean a flying kiss.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
All your kisses are mine.
He killed it. Thank you, guys. So we'll cover like 3 more coins, and then we'll wrap.
Do Beam, Krisha.
Oh yes, Beam.
Do Beam. And
Is it?
oh, we can't do XLM or XRP. At the beginning of the stream, the entire community voted for no coins that have an X in it. Just today. Tomorrow will be no coins that start with an A. I'm gonna follow the rules.
Okay, we'll do. Is this the ticker for Beam? BeamX? Can you?
Yeah,
can
I think
confirm?
they're rebranding.
Okay, so longs across the board, however, volatility, and you know what? Yeah, the bulls have taken over in a big way. 12-hour, you're up 90% on the trade if you caught on the reversal. I can't see reversal for the life of me, but okay. Volatility, however, on the 4-hour time frame is 97. Ouch. It's so when you see 97 in expansion, it's telling you that okay, if you're looking to position on Beam, you could potentially get a pullback on this. So wait for the pullback. Wait on the better bid opportunity. Let's look at Beam. Is it Beam or BeamX? Okay, let's do it on Bybit. Guys, tell me if there is another chart that has better price history. Eh? Okay, BitGet. Let's do BitGet. I like BitGet better. We trade on BitGet, so why not? No, blue sky, guys, blue sky. Let's actually, I'll give you a target for this, okay? This is a bull flag, as you guys can see right here. Got the pull. We got a flag, right? If I just go ahead, let's take it from this break right here. Now, of course, these are weekly targets, so we could see interim ebb and flow of price action where we see like, you know, okay, so ebb and flow of price action to the target, but the target comes in at around 9 cents per beam. Yeah, also trending really, really well on the dynamic indicator, guys. So watch for that. This looks like it wants to see continuation from now. Hey, thank you, your white noise videos. Appreciate that. Okay, what else? Yeah, Beam is looking good, guys. It looks like it wants to see continuation. Your bull flag target, it comes in at around 9 cents. 9 cents. This is absolute blue sky breakout. What I can do for you maybe in the Discord chat is I'll come up with my momentum-based targets, and maybe I can give you another target which will tell you where you could expect the next region of resistance. Let's do Matic. Matic. Okay, Matic, longs across the board. We actually saw Matic in the last, we were checking out Matic in the last live stream, and it looked freaking fantastic, right? I don't know if you were there, Alexandru. But yeah, it was looking really good. Still longs across the board, so you can see that trade saw playthrough, right? We plus on all time frames if you caught the trade reversal on any of them. Volatility, what I really like is that 2-day volatility right now is 46, telling me that the bulls on those higher time frames have a lot more juice left in them. And I actually agree with this picture. While we might see interim pullbacks, minor pullbacks, I think they're all going to be minor pullbacks, higher time frame support, the bulls are going to step in. Matic is definitely something to watch out for. Let's get in there. Do I have my thing? Let's go monthly just to show you what it is that I was looking at. And this is it. Oh, beautiful. Are you guys seeing this? Okay, so, and this makes, oh, this is so pretty. This is so this is great. So we're seeing that your dashboard is showing you high volatility numbers. So we're seeing high volatility while price is currently up against what? Resistance, right? When I see this high volatility numbers, I usually look for that pullback, but you can play the pullback with more confidence if you know if price is at resistance. And that's essentially what we're seeing here. Price is currently at monthly resistance, which is a zone. Okay, it comes in from around $1.01 going all the way up to $1.20. Right, so you can go ahead and mark out that zone for yourself. But more importantly, if we break the zone, this is going to be triggering a much larger formation, which is your symmetrical triangle-like formation. The measured move to which will take Matic to all-time highs. We're looking at $4.75 on the target right there. And that's the target for the symmetrical triangle formation. Let's not forget that the symmetrical triangle is actually a part of a much larger bull flag. Alrighty, as far as your lower time frames are concerned, so let's get on there. Fix my scale. Moving average was looking really good. 21.55. We got these aggressive slopes on there. Cloud. Oh, we're about to get a bullish TK cross on the cloud as well. Cloud is green, prices over the cloud. This is a good trade setup for now. We could see a pullback. I'm looking, if I have to just assess this, let's look at the weekly. Bottom of the cloud. We have finally entered the cloud too, guys. So if the pullback does come to us, I would look for bottom of the cloud. That's where we get your next bid opportunity that's going to be super easy to manage. All right, that level comes in at around 90 cents. Oh, like I follow all your videos. Thank you. Edge to edge, yeah, it's the first candle in the cloud. It looks freaking fantastic. It looks really, really good. Matic looks really good. I feel like it's one of those coins that's just been brewing and no one's been talking about it. I felt like it caught a lot of steam during the bear market because it was one of those coins that just held price. But it sort of died down. Oh, and dude, look at this candle. Are you guys seeing this? Look at this candle. This is a very, 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 very bullish candle on the weekly time frame. Matic looks like it just wants to rip. It looks like it wants to rip. Like it's a good candle. Any pullback that you see on this, I feel like it's going to be a minor pullback at best. Oh, okay. Jeez. I'm like, I'm like, it's a... Of course, guys, I'll be doing more altcoin videos, I promise, because I have been looking at many of the altcoins, trying to grow the portfolio as well, trying to reallocate into some. So I will be doing more altcoin videos, posting it either as daily videos. I will be doing quick ones under premium videos. So make sure to check it out for those of you who are Mango Dashboard Premium members. There's going to be a lot more alpha just posted in there. All right, I try to keep those nice and short, sweet, good trade setups, easy entry, exit, all of that good stuff. AVAX USDT. Longs from the daily to the weekly, looking good, looking good. Short on the 4-hour time frame with volatility super low, telling us that, okay, volatility is compressed. The bears are in control in the lower time frame. If they want to take this down a bit further, they can. But the bulls might very well step in on your mid time frames, like the daily to your higher time frames. So let's go ahead and check out that picture. And, okay, yeah, let's first do that. I just wanted to see if there was any sort of flags there. I missed the flags. No flags for concern just yet. So what you want to see, okay. I don't want to jump the gun here. This doesn't look all that bad, I'll be honest. Okay, keep it simple. We cleared out a weekly region of resistance overhead, which is this yellow line right here, $39.56. If we start breaking it by tomorrow, so I'm looking for daily closes underneath this, notice how we're going to be triggering a bearish mini head and shoulders like formation. Measured move, plotted on the break. This will take us down to cloud resistance, or rather cloud support, not resistance, $35.40. But it's premature to jump the gun on the short. Wait for price to lose that region first before you could actually look for another move to the downside. But so far it's holding. Yeah, your critical region right here is $39.42. For as long as the AVAX bulls manage to hold price above this level, they could pick price up once again. So don't get too gung-ho on the short just yet, because then we could see what you can then look for. Make sure you have your alerts set, guys. Alerts are going to be important in case you're out. You'll see that this short trend will start flipping long. Okay, and if it flips long, first neutral, then long, if the bulls pick it up on support. And if that happens, then you're going to start seeing more upticks on AVAX. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do Eng. Okay, longs, the bulls have taken over 4 hour to the daily time frame, weekly 2-day and 4-day have not flipped just yet, so that's neutral. You wanna, ordinarily you wanna see that flip as well, but if these trends actually cascade, if the bulls take over, yeah, we could see 2-day and 4-day flip as well. 12-hour volatility, very healthy, telling us that, hey, the bulls have steam there. But let's go ahead and check it out. Eng. Yeah, the bulls do have steam. The dashboard is great. Because oftentimes, I remember when I was a new trader, I'm like, no, it's going to pull back, I'm going to wait. The dashboard's going to tell you when to wait and when not to wait too. So... yeah, it's looking good. Eng is, I'm gonna clear everything out. I don't have a current trade on Eng. I was trading it last bull market. At the very least, it gets up here. First target at 38 cents. Cool. Now, this is all I have for you guys for today. I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. If you did, of course, smash the like. Once again, the V-Day coupon will be on for today. Let me go ahead and pull it up. V-Day 2024 is the coupon code. Once again, you could use it on the Mango Seed program as well as the Mango Dynamic Indicator. Both the links will be down in the description below. Also, there was one more thing that we included in, where is it? Let me just take you guys back on over to this page, the main page, cool beans. A lot of you have been asking for, well, the Sprouts program. Now, the Sprouts is already heavily discounted. So what we did instead is that we sort of, because it's Valentine's Day, we have the Seed and Sprouts bundle. Okay, so we bundled it up where you get both for the price of just the Seed program. Okay, so you can go ahead and check this out as well. It is only a limited time special. So we're not going to be running the bundle offer forever. It's just a Valentine's Day special, hence the hearts and all of that good stuff. So if you're looking to get into both, then you can get both for just the price of the Seed program. Okay, so go ahead and check it out if, well, you guys are interested. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Of course, we'll be bringing you more juice on the Mango Premium video section as well as on the daily videos. I'll see you now in the next one. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the Mango way, trade the easy way. And thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of the week. Ciao, guys.